Alright, hello. I'm Faisal from the Vortex XR Lab. So I'll be teaching you how to do a screen recording of your EngageVR Spatial Recording. So I think at this point of the video, you have already know how to do your own spatial recording from EngageVR. So I'm not gonna touch on that, but you need to do the screen recording can be from either your mobile or from your desktop, but I'll be teaching you how to do screen recording from the desktop first, as well as basically doing playing back the recording to when you do I think like most of you, if not some of you, probably already know, to do a recording you need to basically in the start section, and you start a session. So let's just choose a particular room. You already have others and me, so let me have with others that just like do a vortex test and don't unlist it. Alright, so basically the one who is doing the recording needs to be on a PC or a Mac. You need to be on the desktop or on a laptop. You cannot run it from mobile. If you are running from mobile, from phone or iPad, you cannot record you cannot do your spatial recording. The spatial recording only happens from the desktop version, just from your laptop, PC or Mac. So to accept that, you basically press I think like since recently Engage updated their system, so you can move your mouse without looking around. So you want to look around now, you use your left mouse button, hold your left mouse button or middle mouse button to look around. Now your WASD still works, and you can see how down here they have like a tutorial on how to use, and now you can like run generally, so that's interesting. You can hide this window by pressing C, and get it back again by pressing C. So pressing escape opens up this one. So the record button, as you all know, is basically down here. So press record. So you know, I think at this point you know how to record, but to play back the recording you need to open up from the device, and these are your previous recordings per se. And these recordings, I think I did this particular recording in different locations. So I think if I were to play this recording here, I'll need to be back at that particular location. So let's just go there. I think I forgot I did a recording over in a different location, so I'm gonna go there. Alright, so we have arrived at our desired location. Pardon the noise for this particular location has a noise. So I think at this point we know how to load up the recording. So we open up the recording button here and then press the load up from device. Instead of by default is active, this is if you want to do a new recording, this will load up. So at this point in time you already have your recording, and bear in mind the host should be here, basically the one that has the account that we provide should be on the PC or Mac or laptop. You cannot do this on the iPad or mobile. That's a feature only limited over here. So just gonna press this and load, and when we play this, there is also other buttons here. You don't really need to focus on that. Advanced playback is just if the loading recording has IFX, you can choose not to load it up, but if you basically you can record the audio, the recording with IFX as well, so you don't need to press that. So more or less all of this you don't really need unless you just want IFX only or whatever. So you can cancel that and just basically play that.
Hello, so this is me testing my recording, and in this recording I just want to share that there are butterflies in the IFX, but they're not called butterflies. They are called, actually it's butterflies, not butterfly, plural. If you type butterfly singular, you would get only the butterfly fish. And but if you type in butterflies, IES, then you get actually blue, yellow, red butterflies. So just test that out. Clap in, clap, clap. That's the beautiful part.
And that's the recording. So one thing that you can do as well, once you load up the recording, that uh, you can adjust the
Hello. So this is
pause that. So you can adjust the playback by pressing this particular button, and just making you can adjust which part of the recording that you want to start, or you want to go back and try it again. So now he's over there. Try this again, and then go back, like adjust it over here. Now you see he's over there. So you can basically do all sorts of stuff, adjusting his movement and whatnot. And once you're done, you can just press the basically once you're pressing done, you just press this to unload the recording. So once you have prepared your recording here, so have it pause for a
hello.
while, and then just like scroll it back at the very start.
Hello.
Pause that, pause. Okay, make sure it starts, stay there. So now it's ready to start. So now you're ready to record using OBS. So where you can find OBS is basically an application that you can download from their website. So if you just Google OBS, you can find Open Broadcast Software, which is basically their site. You open it up, and then you can install it on your laptop, Windows laptop, or even like your Mac piece, desktop or laptop, and you just follow their instructions and whatnot. There are certain settings by default. You can just basically just go through them real quickly, or you can basically just search on YouTube as well on how to download OBS and how to install. They would go through like the installation steps. There is like your location of where you're recording, uh, quality, file formats, really important as well. Audio, what's the audio and whatnot, this studio quality, and this is really what's the resolution. All this really interesting stuff you can just go through. And then over here it teaches you on how to set up on adding screens. So basically you need to press on the plus sign on the scene, add in your either game capture or display capture, and then it should have your monitor if you have like multiple monitors. And then that's basically it. I think you can just go through quickly. It's not really that complex. And then you can, once you are there, you can, this is basically how it looks like. So you can see this, I'm already having this window here, and I'm recording my EngageVR already. So we just press the stop recording here to start recording, and once I'm done I can press stop recording. Then okay, one thing, when you have installed OBS and run, you already have your scene, but the main thing is that you want to check on your settings. In your settings you want the output. You want to check your output and make sure your recording path is correct, because all of your recordings in OBS will be stated here. So you can adjust that and place it wherever you want in your PC. And your format would be the format that you want. It's just by default it's not MP4. I can't remember what was the format initially, but you need to change that first and foremost. Audio, by default you can just check your desktop audio if you have like multiple speakers and whatnot, and everything else is just up to you. That's basically it. So once you press start recording, then you go in your engage playback and then you play.
Hello.
So while you are playing, you as a character, you are the cameraman now. So you can move around where you want to go. So let's say like certain parts of the recording you want the camera to be here. See, while my mouth is still open apparently. So you can basically go back a bit maybe, and then
Hello,
record
so this
from here.
is me testing my recording,
Follow it,
and in this recording I just want to share that there are butterflies in the IFX,
right.
but they're not.
So if you want to cut, if you want to do some more creative stuff, you can do a lot of cuts and change different angles. But if you don't really have that much time, choose an angle where you can see everything per se, and then do once recording and you're done technically. Let me just choose a spot here, and remember, because you have this, you can turn that off by pressing C or pressing up here. There's a hide control hints, so then you can hide that. The controls will still remain the same as long as you remember them. And then let's try that again.
Hello, so this is me testing my recording, and in this recording I just want to share that there are.
So all of this is still in recording while you are pressing the start recording until you press stop recording. So once everything is done, make sure also once you are recording that you mute yourself. You want to mute yourself because you're the cameraman now. You want to record the audio from your recording, unless you want to add in commentary and whatnot. That's up to you. But if you don't want you as a cameraman to interrupt your recording, then you want to make sure that you press mute here, so that the engage, while engage is running, does not do an over recording of that. So I think that covers that part. Alright, so that is the basic of recording your spatial recording from Engage. But what if that you have a recording, but your team member, your host is not on the PC, your host is on the iPad. So I have my iPad over here. So let's say this is the host instead of the PC version. So you can still run the application with your friend on the desktop using the iPad as the host. So this is the Vortex, using the Vortex account, the Plus account, which has the recording option. If you're not on the Plus account, you don't have the recording option. So you will log in your main account here, and then you will need your friend to join in from the desktop or Mac, or I think you can basically, because the recording still needs to be done here. You cannot record on this side. You cannot do the spatial recording on the mobile, if I'm not mistaken. So in that case, once you're in session, so let's say I'll just log in here. So I'm gonna log out from my PC, and I'm gonna log in here as well, as like you guys can see. Yep, bring my iPad over there. You don't need to see my password. Yep, so I've been logged out from my PC, so I'm not gonna use that because I've been logged in here. So I'm gonna use a different account, which is my secondary account over here. So over here I will be starting my session over here because I'm the host now. Over here, focus. Okay, so I need to be in the same session. I'm in the same location. Vortex test, unlisted, start, and then I'm gonna join session from here. I need to wait for this part to give me the ID. So let's go back here and then open up here, invite session ID. Gonna key that in. G9J3. Sorry. Maybe I make this bigger, I guess. Maybe make this a tad bit smaller. Alright, so now I am here and I can see myself there. So as a guest, as you can see down here, I do not have the record button because I'm a free account and I'm a guest. So as the host, I need to allow my team to be able to record. So you open up session settings here. Oops, sorry, session settings here, and then if you go closer, there is either you can allow your team to create IFX, 3D1, and then you want to allow them for recording. So press record here. If you want to allow them to share screen as well, you want to turn that on. They have sticky notes, you want to turn that on. If they can do create IFX, you want to turn that on as well. If you want them to draw 3D pen, if you have like a whiteboard or anything, you can do that. Snapshot shared IFX as well, if you want to turn that on, up to you, but this one is a must. Now you notice on the other end I have the record button, so if I turn the recording off, I don't get that. Now it's back. So I want to make sure that is happening. So now on the desktop I have the recording button, so I can record as well as load up the recordings here. So let's say if I'm the iPad user, if you're an iPad user, you don't need OBS per se. You can literally do screen recording by using your default screen recording button over there. So this, if you just press that, it will just record your screen. So whatever you're looking at is already recorded until you're done. You just press that again, and then it will be saved in photos. So you can have multiple recordings on the iPad, on the PC as well. So once this is loading, so you play.
Hello. So this
over here,
is
I can
me
record.
testing my recording, and in this recording I just want to share that there
So you can
are
have, like,
butterflies in the IFX, but they're
So you can have like multiple recordings of the same thing. You can have it from the iPad, you can have it from here. If you have like multiple people inside the session, all of them can do recording as well. So especially like if you have like multiple people on the iPad, you can have like different people in places. One is stationed over there, one is stationed over here, one is stationed at the back, and all of it do screen recording. And then you run the play button from the desktop and everybody record. You can do that. It's up to you, either from the desktop or from the iPad. So I think that covers it. So that is basically it for the recording tutorial. So if you have any questions, do leave a comment here, or you can ask your lecturer to have a contact with me, or if you want to have a session that you want some questions, or you just want a further elaboration on any parts of it, just let your lecturer know and we can set up a session before your final presentation this Friday. So all the best. If there's anything, leave a comment and I guess like. So all the best in your project. See you guys.